一杯どうだい？あの一杯が忘れられないんだ。
Hello, my name is Silveroxus, and another unit coming this week to Octopath Traveler COTC is Morffins, the Wandering Bartender from the Side Celestia Chapter 1 story. So Morphins is an apothecary, and his role is either as an ice DPS or mainly in allied damage support. That comes from his special ability because he has a unique special buff called Confidence that buffs allies' potency on skills but also debuffs their SP. The flaw is that this is a 30% potency up buff, but it does not stack with Solon or Canary ults or like other all potency up passives that some units get in the future. So it's middling at best, and two of his passives also rely on this buff being active on allies in order to be functional. He's also a magic-based apothecary, so his really only good preferred weapons would be a Fortune Axe built for magic attack to give his DPS a boost, or regen if you're using him for that. Preferred accessories would be if you're trying to regen him, he needs a buff extension accessory because his regen duration is really bad. And for ice damage up, buff extension does not work for confidence as that is a unique special buff. Magic attack boosting accessories for DPSing, ice damage up accessory to cap to 30% with his passive, assuming allies also have confidence. So his passive skills for first star passive is while in the back row, front row allies gain 10 SP per turn. It's just the kind of a basic regen for all allies, so you can backpack. It's not a lot of SP though. 3-star passive is while 3+ allies have confidence, the front row gains 15% magic attack and ice damage up. So, that's, as I said, his unique buff. He needs to apply it, and it's also kind of hard for him to be in the back row if he needs to keep applying confidence to make sure that the buffs stay up. And then his TP passive is at least a little better because while at least one ally has confidence, he'll gain 1 BP regen, so at least he won't be lacking for BP because someone will almost always have confidence up. Moving on to his skills, base kit, he has a 2-hit random target ice, single ally heal that also removes SP pollution. So I guess if you're fighting the Herminia refight, you could use this to get rid of that SP pollution debuff. Yay. 1-star skill, 2-hit random target axe. 2-star skills, single ally confidence buff for 6 to 9 turns. This is his main gimmick. This is a skill that you pretty much have to take because his entire kit centralizes around this mechanic. He also has a 3-hit random target ice that also extends the front row's confidence duration by 1 turn, so at least once he gets confidence up on multiple allies, he can then start spamming skills that also extend confidence that turn so the duration doesn't go down. So that's at least something that he can keep his unique buff up. And his 3-star skill is also a front row regen that grants immunity to weakness for 1 to 4 turns, plus extend confidence duration by 1 turn. It has 120 regen power, and it also lowers SP at level 88. His regen is the problem is his regen is only 1 to 4 turns, so it's not that good. So that's why you really need a buff extension. So it's kind of hard to bring him as your regen caster as well. So to explain, as I said, about confidence, and I put it here on this slide too, is that it's just a unique buff. It 30% potency up, 30% SP cost increase, but it does not stack with any other source of potency up, unfortunately. So for a 4-star skill, he has a front row 15% ice damage up for 2 to 5 turns, and it also extends confidence duration by 1 turn. 1-hit single target ice for each, and then for each ally that has confidence, it repeats this attack up to 4 more times. Hit the 6-star upgrade will actually make this repeat up to 5 times total. So basically, if you want him to do any kind of good multi-hit damage, you need to have him cast confidence on at least 5 other people, so that way he can gain 5 extra hits for his single target ice attack. This is his best nuke, but it's annoying to set up. Then he has a 1-hit single target ice that if at least 3 allies have confidence, the power doubles. And then his TP skill is that it's a 2-hit AoE ice that if at least 3 allies have confidence, the power also doubles. These are low hits, so they're going to probably damage cap, and so it's not really worth using.
Moving on to his EX skill and his ultimate technique.
His EX skill has 1 total use, unlocked from turn 3 onwards, and you're going to pretty much have to use this in every single battle that he's in, because this applies confidence to all front row allies for 3 to 6 turns, and this is the only AoE way to apply his unique buff, so you're going to want to open this up so that way you have 3+ allies right away with confidence, and then you can start, then you only have to single target confidence on 2 other allies in order to get his 6-hit online. His ultimate technique is a DPS class ultimate, requiring 4 BP to fully charge from level 8 onwards. It's called Digestive, and it's just a 1-hit single target ice nuke, and if at least 3+ allies have confidence, its power doubles with a base power of 1 × 500, and scaling to 1 × 600 at ultimate level 10. This is just a terrible ultimate, just single hit, it's gonna damage cap. Leave it at ult 9, don't ever need to use a stone on this. So moving on to Awakening is an A4 accessory. If he's your main DPS, A1 is nice as all DPSs like it, but if he's there just as an ice support or for confidence, then A0 is plenty. A2 is a luxury. He really doesn't need more than 3 skills regardless of the role he's playing. HP is always good to have for A3, but apothecaries are kind of tanky, so he may not need it. And his A4 accessory is called the Custom Shaker. It gives 60 SP, 40 magic attack, and 40 physical defense. And its ability is while in the front row, grant front row 15 SP regen per turn. So this A4 is like a D tier. It's really bad. The stats are bad. SP regen is conditional being in the front row, which means you can't use this as a backpack accessory. And the SP amount for being in the front row compared to free options of 10 SP regens as backpacks is really bad because it's only 15 SP. And that amount of SP really isn't going to matter all that much, considering like it's not hard to plan your SP usage out, so that 15 SP on someone that has to be in the front row to give that regen over a better accessory is just not going to be worth it. So like you don't even need to use stones to awaken him honestly at all. You could just shard all his stones. So for an optimal skill loadout, so you do need to take a single out of confidence, because like this is his main gimmick. If you're using them, he needs this. The EX skill alone is just not enough, because you need 5+ allies with confidence for 6-hit to happen if he's there for anything like that. Skill 2 would be, I would take as 1 to 6-hit ice, because it's only as good nuking options, plus once he has confidence, it's its only good multi-hit. Because like even with just the EX skill, it's going to become a 4-hit single target ice, so at least it can shield shave somewhat. His other nuking options are just strong single hits that are going to slam damage cap, so it's not as useful. For skill 3, I'd recommend the front row ice damage up plus extend confidence, because you want to have something that keeps confidence up, and ice damage is great if you don't have Neha. And then for skill 4 would be the 3-hit random target ice plus extend confidence. Lets you shield shave while keeping confidence up, and you can swap these around if you have Neha for ice damage, depending on what your builds are, because Neha at least gives you 30% active ice damage up, so thus you wouldn't need Morphins. So for unit synergy, I mean, Signa's good on every team because Universal Res Down helps and ultimate debuffs. Neha, if you have her for ice damage up prayer. Sophia for self-capping ice res down, active ice res down, and she's a good ice nuker. Azlight is the best icebreaker in the game for her ice res down on break passive, despite only being a 4-star. She's actually really good for ice teams. Primrose EX for better regen, as Morphin's regen kind of sucks and it's front row only, so having Primrose around for better support options is great. Ojin to benefit from his ice support and do a lot better damage than Morphins can would also be helpful, because like Ojin can also 6-hit ice really easily by setting up his like low HP double cast, which is really easy to set up, and he'll just do a lot better damage, so it's better if Morphins support someone like Ojin instead for DPSing. So whether you should pull or not to pull for Morphins, I'm going to be blunt and keep it real. Morphins is not good. He's cool, but he's not good. His unique buff is basically getting a buzz off alcohol for higher damage, but you get tipsy, hence the SP cost increase, so there's like a cool little like flavor there. But the flaw is that it doesn't stack with Solar Canary potency up, nor does it stack with upcoming meta units that all have in itself potency up. So those are just far better to use than him. Yes, his lasts longer, despite the SP cost part, but it's not good because only damage on break matters, rather than having it be active for damage that's chip damage through shield, setting up for break. So, yeah, and since he's just a general pull unit, you can spook him in the future to get his influence, so you don't really need him now. But as always, if you love the unit, you think he's cool, pull and have fun your way, you know, make showcases and have fun. So basically on the tiers to play, tier 4, 3, 2, all of them just skip. General pull unit, he's bad, spook him later. Tier 1, if you're a whale, I mean, I'd honestly still skip even if you're a whale because you can spook him later, you're going to be pulling a ton. I mean, it's your money, but like, you have way better ways of getting a general pull unit even with spending money. Unless you're literally Spear, that's going to showcase a 6-hit doing a lot of damage. Nobody's going to be using him seriously outside of that. So like, there you go. For overall rating, his DPS is honestly C. He has a 6-hit, but that doesn't make him higher than C because the 6-hit's annoying to set up, requiring multiple turns of setup in order to even be able to do a 6-hit, and he can lose the ability to do the 6-hit if any of the confidence is run out, because some of those people with that confidence buff are going to be in the back row and therefore will not get extended. His support is B, it's not bad, his regen sucks because of the low duration, but he can do ice damage up, and technically, if you're a brand new player or you don't have Solon or Canary or any other way to get potency up, Morphins is like a really budget way of getting that potency up. It's just not very good. Same way as I said, so his healing is a C because regen is very low turn duration. He has no tanking abilities, and so then his overall tier placement, in my opinion, would be just like a C tier. He's just a mid-general pull unit. He's not garbage, but he's not good. So, I mean, that's Morphins, you know. Maybe he had a little bit too much to drink when the devs were designing him, and that affected something. I don't know. He probably should have stopped. Morphins probably should have stopped drinking and focused on training, I guess. Anyway, that's Morphins, the Wandering Bartender, and please let me know if you decided to skip or pull for him, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Please like, follow, and subscribe for other future COTC content, guides, and reviews, and more, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.